Happy Monday on an 18-7 run, and we're back to the grind. Let's talk some basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and hope everyone had a great Mother's Day weekend. I'm ready to get back to the grind. So we got two more NBA playoff games, and it's getting hot and heavy in some of these series. We had the Pacers just absolutely rout the Knicks, and then the Denver Nuggets do what defending champions should do. They went into Minnesota, a red-hot team, and won both games in Minnesota. That was freaking impressive by the MVP in that team. But anyways, for us, it was a ho-hum weekend. It was kind of average on best bets. We'll go over that in a little bit. But still 18-7 run in the last 25. We will take it. NBA playoff betting is tough. Coaches change strategies between games and we don't know about it and things like that. So if you're on a run, if you're doing well, be proud of it and let's keep grinding. So quick reminder, MLB Best Bets video will be out from May 13th. We're going to give you a ton of research help in that video, but I'm ready. Let's get right into it. And of course, that means it's dad joke time. So here we go. From at Chicago Golf Pro, I was sitting on the train next to someone who was doing a crossword puzzle, and he gave me a funny look when I told him 7-Up was lemonade. Think about it. Took me a second. All right. In this video, we're going to recap the weekend, and then we're going to talk some key stats for the next games in this series. Game 4s. These are pivotal Game 4s, by the way, in this series. This could make or break these team seasons. And then, of course, we'll give you our best bets and end it with the recap. Hit that like button. Leave a comment below. Let's see if we can reach 25,000 subscribers by the end of this week. That would be absolutely insane. Thank you so much for everyone's support on the good days, the bad days, everything. We appreciate it. And by the way, if you're new, hit that subscribe button. Come join the awesome, positive community that we have here. So let's get into it. And that means it's time for the recap. All right, here is the recap from the weekend. So as you can tell, it's kind of a ho-hum. So 0-2 on Friday. That one hurt. Josh Hart over 5.5 assists. I don't know what happened. 3 in the first half and just didn't get it done. Only ended with 4. And then Rudy Gobert over 13.5 RAs. That game, if you had any overs, it was pretty much dead. It was an absolute annihilation. Rudy Gobert, I thought, would have that dad juice, but instead he was tired. He was absolutely tired. He looked like it. Saturday, nice 2-1 winning day to get back on track. SGA continues to be a cash cow in the playoffs for us this series. And then Jason Tatum, we went back to the well, over 9.5 rebounds, and he won this time. That was an easy one. I think he ended with 13. And then Daniel Gafford over 20.5 PRs. This is a part of playoff betting that's hard. I didn't know Derek Lively was all of a sudden going to play a lot more minutes than him. And Daniel Gafford just didn't play that great. I think he ended with 16, 17, I don't know, something like that. He went under, but still a winning day. And then Sunday, we ended with a split. We had a nice start with Siakam's under 3.5 assists. And then it went to poop. I mean, it was ugly. Cat under 7.5 rebounds. I think he had 11. Here's what I'm going to say. In my handicap, I love that he wasn't getting offensive rebounds. He had 0 in game 1 and 0 in game 3. And those are the two games I cared about because Gobert did not play in game 2. He grabbed 5 offensive rebounds this game. It was just brutal. It's a bad read by me. He got the job done. Tip my cap and we move on. So anyways, 18-7 run. There is the season record. There is the playoff record. Let's keep grinding and get back into it. But before we get into those best bets, let's talk some key stats. All right, let's talk some numbers before the pivotal Game 4s of this series. I'm not going to go through every single one, but what I'm mentioning here is in white, as you can see for each player. I'm going to mention what they did, whether it's potential assists or rebound chances in their last game, and then give you the average for what they have during the series, just so you kind of have an idea, did they get lucky, unlucky, things like that. So we got Jason Tatum, like 13 rebounds and 18 rebound chances. That's a pretty good night for him. Obviously got a little lucky to get 13, but and then Luka had 15 boards on 19 rebound chances. That is a ridiculously high conversion rate, considering he is averaging 10.3 though on 16. He is a very good rebounder. And then you got Chet, who's on the other spectrum, a little unlucky, 8 on 20, but he's been unlucky all series. Maybe he just can't grab the tough rebounds. 7 rebounds on 18.3 rebound chances per game in this series, so on and so on. There are the rest of the numbers, and you will see a couple of these names mentioned later. So those are the key stats for these Game 4s coming up, and now it's time for the best bets. All right, this segment of the show is brought to you by our sponsor, Better Bet. That's BTR Bet, the best place to find, track, analyze, and share your bets. Click that link below in the description and go check it out. All right, this first one takes us out to Dallas. We got the Mavericks hosting the Thunder in a huge game 4. We got the Mavericks -1.5 with a total of 213.5 in this game. I like the Mavericks and how they're playing, and a big reason is because of the guy that I am betting right here. My best bet, Kyrie Irving, 6+ assists at -120 on FanDuel, or over 5.5 assists is the same thing. That's -120 on DraftKings. But I will say this, FanDuel had over 5.5 assists at -125 when I looked at it, but 6+ assists at -120. I don't know why, just pointing that out. But this is one too low in my opinion. So you're going to see a little bit of ladder action in this one. Luka is banged up. You just know it. He's trying to push through. He mentioned after the game that absolutely everything on his body is hurting, pretty much. And he is just trying to tough it out right now. And you saw that. And that's why we lost to Luka over assist prop. He's just not handling the ball as much. This offense is running through Kyrie Irving. And you know what? It's running smoothly. This offense and this team has been playing very well in the last 2 games. Game 2, 11 assists on 20 potential assists. Game 3, 7 assists on 16 potential assists. If he's going to get 16 potential assists, guys, I will take my chances every single day that he gets at least 7. 7 is a very unlucky game for him, to be honest with you. Luka last game only had 10 potential assists, just to tell you who is running this offense right now. You can see it when you just watch the games, obviously. So for someone averaging 18 potential assists in those last 2 games, I mean, you would normally see an assist line at probably 8.5 for him, maybe 9.5, depending on the player. So it's a great discount in the books. I don't think have really adjusted yet. Sometimes they can be a game or two slow on the adjustments. But they've played great basketball. I don't see why they're going to change it. That would be weird to all of a sudden go back to Luka, a banged up Luka who's not 100% and doesn't have anywhere near the athleticism Kyrie. And Kyrie's been a point guard forever. I mean, he knows how to facilitate. He knows how to run offenses. I just think this is a little too low. So give me Kyrie over 5.5 assists for 1 unit. Now, ladder. Let's do this. Let's just get 7+ assists for a half unit. This is at +164 on FanDuel. You saw the numbers. I mean, guys, 7+ assists at +164. I don't mind the 8+. I saw that at +310 on FanDuel, which, by the way, is another reason why it's important when I give you these promotions. If you have any chance, you're in a legal state, getting more sports books, the better, because the odds are much different. It was +130 for 7+ assists on DraftKings, +164 on FanDuel. So all these different books obviously have different odds. So when you get a chance, that is helpful. But I like him 8+ as well. Maybe I'll go throw a quarter unit on it and I'll put it in the pinned comments tomorrow and add it if I have some guts. But I think it should be at 6.5. So to get over 6.5 at +164 on FanDuel, it's a great deal for all the reasons I said above. I think he's going to get 16 to 20 potential assists a game. And I really like what I've seen from him. He is playing some very, very good basketball. So Kyrie over or 6+ assists or over 5.5 assists for 1 unit. Kyrie 7+ assists for a half unit, and then a possible quarter unit play tomorrow for 8+ assists as well. We will find out. But that is my first best bet of the night. And speaking of needing more books to get you the best odds, let's talk about that promotion with BetMGM. All right, look at what we got here with BetMGM. First bet offer up to $1,500 paid back in bonus bets if you don't win that bet. I mean, it is an incredible deal right now, guys. If you're sitting there saying, I already got a sports book, this is a great opportunity to have a second sports book. It gives you more odds, more opportunities, more promotions. It's a great way to beef up your bankroll, and it's an incredible deal. If you are living in an eligible state for BetMGM, all you have to do is go to the description below, click the link, go sign up, and get started with this promotion. It is a limited time only for new users. So you must be 21 years or older to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, back to the bets. All right, this second game takes us out to Cleveland where the Cavaliers host the Celtics. And before I get into this, just want to let you know, after this best bet, I also have a couple leans because I just want to talk to you as much as possible about different bets that I like and that I'm thinking about. So in this one, Celtics -8.5. Total in this game is 206. I'm taking a side, but I'm only going to do a half unit on this one. So give me the Cavaliers +8.5 at -110 on DraftKings. Again, for a half unit for me. You do whatever you need to, obviously. All these videos are just for information for you guys to make a decision. So I may have another added play in this game. You'll see one lean also later, but for right now, this is the play I have in this game. Celtics have been known to have some letdowns after a win. Let's just face it. The Celtics make you think they're the best team in the NBA. All of a sudden, you realize they don't have that leader. They don't have that dog, whether it's on the head coaching, as a head coach, as a player. So sometimes they have some letdowns. Now, the Cavs, I think they're going to come out and play well defensively in this game. In the last two games that the Cavs have lost in the playoffs, one to the Magic, one to the Celtics, followed up the next game by holding their opponent to 94 points. Obviously, that's not a guarantee, but some other things. They had three role players just shoot horrendously last game. Okuro, Max Strus, and Dean Wade combined to shoot for 5 for 21 in the last game. They were down by 11 in the fourth quarter. It's not like they were down by 30 or anything. Obviously, you don't want 11's quite a bit, but I only need them to stay within 8. I think those guys and these role players step up and play better this game. And if Allen plays, it's a bonus. But Jared Allen with that rib, I mean, I don't know if he's ever going to play in the playoffs again. So it's going to be like a game 7 for the Cavs. Obviously not win or go home kind of game, but in regards to, they know if they go down 3-1, they're in deep, deep trouble. They're at home. They got to protect their home court a little bit after that, losing that first one. They're going to have some pride. I think Darius Garland shooting less is also a good thing, which you've seen more because he has just been horrendous. They have him just messed up right now. He can't make any shots. But I think Donovan Mitchell has an absolutely huge game. I think the role players step up. I think they make some adjustments defensively. And all I need them to do is stay within 8. Come on, Cleveland, stay within 8. They don't have to win it. That would be just really sweat free for me, though, obviously. But also, this is kind of a gut feel for me. I just how they bounced back before, what I've seen from the Celtics on and off. If the Celtics come out red hot from 3, then, it is what it is. But I think they got a chance to keep this one close. So give me the Cavs plus 8.5 for a half unit. And that is my best bet in that game for right now. Now, let's talk about 2 leans I have as well right now. These are not official yet, but Jalen Williams over 4.5 assists for the Thunder. He's over this in 2 or 3 games this year or this series, and he's averaging 9.3 potential assists per game with 5.7 assists, as you saw in those key stats earlier. And he was over in 2 of the 3 regular season games too. When Jalen Williams takes over, he can be a pretty good facilitator, and I like the over 4.5 number as my first lean. Second lean, another assist prop. Jason Tatum under 5.5 assists. So in this series, he has 8, 5, and 10. That's not a lot, guys, for a guy who needs 6. In regards to in the conversion rate, my goodness, 74% conversion rate this series on assists. That's incredible. Could it happen again? Of course it could, but you got to think those numbers are going to go down. People do not usually convert 75% of their assists over a 3, 4, 5 game span. So he could do it again, but I mean, if he gets even 7 or less potential assists, there's just possible, there is a way, but the chances of him getting 6 of 7 are very unlikely. So just with the lack of numbers for him and what he hasn't done facilitating wise, I like Tatum under 5.5 assists, Jalen Williams under 4 or over 4.5 assists. And those are my 2 leans. Those are my 2, maybe 3 best bets if you count Kyrie twice. Let's get some more winners. Again, I might have an added play in that Cavs Celtics or maybe an added play in that Mavs and Thunder game. So be sure to check the pinned comments below. Discord, which by the way is free. Go click that link below and join. And then also on X, of course. So I'm ready to start the week out hot. Let's keep this run going. I appreciate you guys watching. Let's go check out the recap. All right, there it is. A little bit of ladder action with Kyrie Irving, 6+ assists, -120 for a unit. Kyrie Irving, 7+ dimes at +164 for a half unit, and possibly 8+ assists for a quarter unit for me tomorrow. We'll see if I wake up just, YOLO, or if I wake up a little scared with my betting. We'll find out. But anyways, then Cavs, +8.5 for a half unit right now, and then I should have another added play tomorrow in one of these 2 games as well. All right, let's get into it. These games are getting more and more serious, and the seasons are on the line for some of these teams. So appreciate you guys watching. As always, if you haven't already, hit that like button. And if you are new to the channel and haven't hit it yet, hit that subscribe button as well. MLB Best Bets video out after this. Hope everyone has a great Monday. We'll talk to you soon.